It's been a little while since I've made a video. I've had a lot going on. I've had a lot of stuff going on. So when I go a little silent, it's because I'm processing stuff or in like my healing journey. That's just how I've been my whole life. I go kind of inward. Things that are working for me currently, I'm still doing nicotine gum. And I mentioned in previous videos that when I started chewing the nicotine gum within, I think it was about a month or so after that, I got my sense of smell back, which was really amazing. So I can smell. We live in the country and we live around cows. And so I get really excited. It sounds weird, but I'm like, oh my gosh, I can smell the cow poop. This is amazing. So, so that's pretty good. But, there's a couple things that I want to just share with you. So I've had a lot of stress, a lot of family stress. Thank goodness it's not my personal relationship. My husband's a huge support to me. I've had other different stresses happening that have caused a lot of my symptoms to really flare up, because that stress is like the Parkinson's amplifier is really what it is. So more than ever, my whole life, I've been like, I can do everything. I can put everything on my back. I can shoulder everything. And now my body is telling me, no, you can't. You can't be Wonder Woman. You have to take care of yourself. So it's like I have this, the tremor that will pop up if my emotions get heightened at all. And it's like the barometer for my central nervous system is when my tremor starts to go a little bit. And it can be excitement, or it can be stress or something stressful, which there's been a lot of that lately. So anyway, so what I have been doing the last couple of months, I mentioned in previous videos that I have not been taking the medication. I didn't take the Parkinson's medicine for, like 9 months or so. And I've just, because of all the stress happening and needing a little bit of support kind of getting through, I've learned it's okay to not, white knuckle it. It's okay. So what I've done is I researched, and I found out about this like a long time ago, but I didn't fully implement it. But I researched, it's called Mucuna pruriens, and I'm sure you've probably heard of it if you have Parkinson's and you're watching this video. It's basically the velvet bean that is the highest in L-dopa. So it contains L-dopa. But you need to have carbidopa with the L-dopa for it to be fully absorbed. And so what I've done to fully allow the Mucuna to absorb is I've taken about 1/4 to 1/8 of a carbidopa levodopa pill in the morning on an empty stomach with my Mucuna. And the brand that I use, and I'll put a link on it, and I think there's good brands, but honestly, I use ChatGPT to get really good brands for specifically what I need. And I use the Now brand. I just get them on Amazon. And I do just a little crumb, or like 1/8 to 1/4 pill of the carbidopa levodopa in the morning, and a Mucuna pill, swallow it. I wait. I try to wait at least an hour, because I've noticed, I don't know if my digestion is just like a little slower, but sometimes it can take an hour and a half for it to absorb. And if I have any food in my stomach at all, or especially protein, of course it impacts that. So I like to just not eat anything for about an hour and a half after I take it, and like at least an hour before. Well, I do it in the morning, and then I'll do it in the afternoon. So like right now it's, I don't know what time it is. It's in the afternoon, 2 or 3, I think. And I took my second dose, and then that's all I'll take for the whole day. And it has helped me a lot. Now, the Mucuna has helped me more by far than taking the full dose of carbidopa levodopa, which I was prescribed, obviously, February of 2025. The first couple of months after I was diagnosed, I thought, well, this is my life. I have to take this medication. I'm a horrible pharmaceutical pill taker. Like, I don't even like to take ibuprofen, even if I have pain. Like, I just don't like it, especially taking it. Oh, you've got to take it 3 to 4 times a day. Time it with your food. I'm like, oh my gosh, like that's just overwhelming to me. So I've been researching, and I do truly believe that my body will heal. I do believe I have the capacity within my cells and my body to heal, and 100%. So I know that I will fully recover, as much as people say, you're not going to, there's no cure, whatever. I am declaring that I will. And it may be different for me than someone else. I know that there's no blanket cure for Parkinson's, but I've personally talked to people from different walks of life that have fully recovered from it. So I'm on the search and I'll never stop. I will never stop because this is my body, right? Like, can you imagine being diagnosed with something and having the doctor tell you, which is what happened to me and happens to everyone diagnosed with Parkinson's, there is no cure. It's degenerative. It's a brain, like that's like your worst fear, right? Like you're going to lose movement. You're going to eventually need to have help taking care of basic needs. What the hell? Why would I not search for solutions? And obviously things are working. And I've come to the right places in a lot of ways because I'm seeking that out. And so I am declaring that. I want to show you, okay, actually, let me finish the Mucuna. So I've been doing that. It's helped a lot. When I was first diagnosed, I was taking 3 to 4 carbidopa, levodopa a day. And I still was having issues with walking through doorways, like my brain connecting to my feet walk this way. It's the weirdest thing. It's not that I can't. Like, in fact, I just worked out and I could go for a run. I could run 5 miles right now. Maybe not 5, maybe 3. But I could do that. But yet when I stop and I try to walk through like a crowded room or a doorway, it's like my brain just short circuits and I freeze and I stop. So what I have found that has helped me with that more than anything is Mucuna, puriens, more than the full dose of carbidopa levodopa, which by the way made me so nauseous. Ugh, when I would take a full pill, it was awful. Now, this is not medical advice, and I'm definitely not telling you what to do. I'm just sharing my own personal journey, what works for me. And so I've been on a search to discover why did I even get this to begin with. And they are coming out with, and I'm sure you've heard, they're coming out with like there's different toxins people are exposed to, like glyphosate or paraquat. There's different, like if you live near a golf course, you know, you're more likely to get Parkinson's, like a high percentage because of the pesticides and crap that they use on the lawn. Well, my property is like 5 acres and it looks like a golf course. So I don't know what sort of chemicals are being used to spray my lawn, but of course that does make me a little suspicious. But either way, I'm on a detox protocol. I mentioned before that I've attended the bVital clinic in Park City, Utah, and Dr. Eckel is amazing. They have a 3-part series, and I'll put a link to all of this in my description of this video. But they basically have a way of helping people treat or if not recover from Parkinson's. He has a Parkinson's clinic and extremely knowledgeable, kind, smart man, Dr. Eckel. So you basically go through and get what's called the detect phase. And so you do like extensive blood work and they check your urine for your hormones and they check your microbiome and do all these tests and find out where you're deficient and where things are lacking. Maybe hormones are off. So everyone is a little bit different. It came back, I didn't have any heavy metal toxicity, which I did test for that positive a year ago. So we were able to get new water filtration system because we had arsenic in our well water and I had arsenic in my hair, like I did a hair analysis test. So that's all gone. So that's actually helped a lot. I did extensive Lyme's testing, which I found out I had Lyme's disease. I've been going through treatments for that and I feel like knock on wood, right? Or cement, but I feel pretty good with that. I feel like a lot of things have improved a lot. I said a lot twice in the same sentence, but I will never stop. That's the thing. I will never stop searching for solutions because, I went the other day, it was very emotional for me. I went to the neurologist and I hadn't been to the neurologist in a long time. And I was having a really off day and it was really hard. I knew what was going to be hard going there was just, I didn't want it to hear that there's no cure for this. I didn't want to hear that I'm going to have this the rest of my life or somehow this is my only solution to take medicine because I don't believe that. So he's a great neurologist. He's wonderful. But anyway, I did that and I had to come back and kind of reset myself and go, no, I'm okay. I'm going to be okay. No one can tell me what my body's going to do or not do. I'm unique. Everyone's unique. I've talked to people that have fully recovered, that don't have symptoms anymore, and actually have had a reversal diagnosis by their neurologist. So I know that it's possible. And at the very least, I think doing certain things like cutting out sugars and gluten's a big thing, eating more healthy fats, different things like that can help a lot, at least feel better quality of life. It's like exercise. It increases the brain-derived nootropic factor which exercise, I've always said I like to exercise because it helps my brain, it helps me feel good. And that's actually a real thing. So that's probably the best thing you can do. But I wanted to show you, so the first phase with the bVital clinic is detect. Oh, I can feel the Mucuna kicking in right now. So I took the Mucuna about 40 minutes ago, and I can feel a calmness coming over me. It's really cool. Again, I'm not endorsing anything, but it works for me. Mucuna also helps with depression, and people are less likely to get dyskinesia from using Mucuna. That's what the studies show. So again, it's a velvet bean. I just get it on Amazon. But this book I want to show you, this is Dr. Eckel's new book, and it's also available on Amazon. I'm not getting any money from this at all. I'm just sharing my journey of what I'm doing. But this book is called Defying Parkinson's, and see Dr. Eckel, and he talks about in this book the clinic and what his treatments are, and it's very specific. It's very involved. It's not just like, oh, you take this pill, you don't have to do anything, just take this pill and it's this magic. No, it's like a full diet protocol. There's what's called a brain camp, which I'm attending next month, which you do extensive stem cells and IVs and all kinds of stuff. So it's very, very involved, but I'm excited about that. I feel very hopeful about that. And I wanted to share that with you. I would highly recommend, if you or a loved one, obviously you're watching this, so there's something to do with Parkinson's, I would highly recommend checking out Dr. Eckel's work. And he has an amazing story. I'll put a link on the description. Anyway, I'm 11 minutes in on this video, and I hope that in some way I inspired you. Look into Mucuna pruriens if that resonates with you. Yeah, so I hope you have a blessed day. I'll put a link in there with the bVital clinic. I'll keep you posted with how things go with what's called Brain Camp next month that I'm doing. One thing I did want to share, this is very interesting. 95% of the people that go through Dr. Eckel's Brain Camp have at least a 35% improvement of their symptoms. At least. So if you've heard of Ed Begley Jr., he's a celebrity and an actor. He was diagnosed with Parkinson's, I think like a few years ago. He went through the Brain Camp, and he actually did the foreword on this book. So this is a really, really good book. I think it's like $15 on Amazon. I would really recommend, see the very back, it's like detect, correct, and thrive. So I did the detect, which is getting to the root cause, because everybody has different reasons why they develop dis-ease. I learned that I have celiac. Like, I didn't know, like my kids all have celiac, but I thought I can eat gluten, it doesn't make me sick. I don't get stomach aches, but apparently I have celiac, so I can't eat gluten. So those are things that small changes can make a huge difference. I would say don't eat any gluten, because gluten is high in glyphosates, especially in the United States, which I would wash all your produce, only eat organic. There's a lot of different things, but that's future videos. But the bVital Clinic in Park City, Utah, I would totally look into that if I were you. If you or someone that you know and love is dealing with Parkinson's or any type of neurodegenerative dis-ease, I would highly recommend. And obviously I'm not doing Botox. See? Look at that. I got lines. You know what? I don't really care though. I don't care. It's totally fine. Botox is toxin. So I don't need any more toxins exposing to my brain. So anyway, have a blessed day and check out bVital. I'll put the link below in the description. Blessings. Take care.